Hello and welcome to SBC Life Behind the Scenes, where we talk about what's going on at SBC. In this episode, we've got Paulus de Jong telling us a little bit about his upcoming class entitled Encountering the New Testament. The class starts in September and is one of our most popular entry-level classes. Paulus, welcome. Thanks for agreeing to do this. We're really glad to have you teaching this class. So first up, can you just summarize this class in a sentence or two?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thank you. And I'm also super excited to teach this class. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I believe the New Testament is a life-changing and history-shaping collection of literature. So in this class, we'll be looking at how we got this literature, what is in it, and how we make sense of it.
Sounds really interesting with those three ideas. Can you expand on those themes and topics a little bit and tell us just what a student might expect to explore in this class?
Yeah, of course. So first, thinking about the question how we got this literature, we'll look at things such as why does the New Testament consist of 27 books and not others? Why the Gospel of John and not the Gospel of Jude, for example? But also, how did we get from an ancient scribe sitting behind his table to a 21st century Christian accessing various translations of the Bible on their phone? And then secondly, what is in this literature? So we'll be looking at the content of the New Testament writings and some of the key concepts, some of the main ideas. So for instance, what do we mean by the gospel and why is it important? And we'll also discover, I think, that the New Testament is continuing the story of the Old Testament and is inviting us as readers to become part of God's overarching story of Him and His people. And then thirdly, how do we make sense of these texts? So how do we responsibly interpret a given passage from the New Testament? We'll look at various tools, various exegetical techniques that will help us to responsibly interpret passages from the New Testament. So a lot of questions, a lot of things to think about, and hopefully good food for discussion.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. Thinking a bit about yourself as a teacher and your passions, why do you think this class is important and why do you think it's relevant in the present circumstances?
Yeah, so as I said, the New Testament is a collection of life-changing and history-shaping literature. And I believe that because I've experienced a life-changing aspect in my own life. And so that's the reason why it is important to me. But I also think it is relevant today. I mean, just at the moment, for example, I'm in Amsterdam, where there are more than 300 churches representing the vast majority of nations in the world. So to begin to think about a question like, why do these peoples from all these different nations come together on a given Sunday and worship God? I mean, you have to start in the New Testament to begin to answer these questions. But also thinking about if these texts are indeed so powerful, they're also dangerous and prone to misinterpretation. So ranging from Christian politics that are justified by texts from the New Testament to all sorts of speculations and detailed predictions about the end times based on the New Testament. I mean, these texts are so powerful that they're like dynamite. You better know how to handle it. So hopefully we can think about that in this module.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. I think you'll have convinced a lot of people to look at this class. So thanks a lot for sharing with us. It does sound like a great class. If you'd like to find out more information, then you can visit our website. The address will be on screen, or you can drop an email to the college. But once again, thanks, Paulus, for sharing about this class.
Thank you.